So, at the beginning of the story, a man comes out of the water. He looks at everything around him and says, "No, this is not my world. My world is somewhere else. Where is it? I know. I have a hope that I will reach my world." Saying this man named Kevin gets wiped out from here. After which, the scene shifts and we see Kevin in his normal world. He is sitting in a bar. He is very upset because all his money in the stock market has gone. At this time, a girl named Moli comes to him and says she wanted to talk to Kevin. She says, "What happened? You look sad." Kevin replies, "Yes, I am very upset. So please go away." Moli says, "No, I will sit with you because I like sad people. And anyway, I didn't come here for you. I came to fix your mood with my friend." Kevin gives her permission to sit with him even though he doesn't want to. Mooney's company was now better than that. While talking, they become good friends. And after some time, they get married. Time passes. They were very happy with each other. They didn't know that their happiness was not going to last long. Because one day, Kevin had a bad accident while coming home from work. When he regains consciousness, he is on an empty road. He looks around. There was no one here except an old man. No one, no traffic. He asks the old man, "I had an accident. Where is my car? My phone? I have to call my wife." And in response to all this, he says that you will not be able to do anything like this, Kevin, because you are in another world. During the time of the accident, I took you out of there and brought you here. The old man standing here now introduces himself to Kevin and says, "I am Benefactor. My job is to shift people from one world to another." While talking, he called Kevin to a restaurant. Kevin says, "Stop joking with me. I want to go back to my world. Why did you bring me here?" Benefactor says, "Yes, I brought you to this world so that you too become a shifter like me. Your job is to bring people from the real world who are sad and angry to this world." When Kevin says in reply, "I don't believe that this is possible. Give me proof. This witness is sitting with you. Wipe her." Benefactor, without saying anything, even the watch on his hand is rubbing some code, and this girl disappears from here. After knowing the truth, Kevin was also scared. He says, "I didn't become a shifter. Please send me back to my wife." But Benefactor said, "No, you will stay here until you become a shifter." But Gavin refused to become a shifter. He said, "I will not bring anyone from the real world." He started praying to God that God should take him out of here. Seeing him praying to God, Benefactor got angry and left. After that, Gavin goes out to see the world. People here were angry. It was a weird atmosphere. No one talked to anyone. There were fights. There were almost no families here. There was not much to eat. People would kill each other out of hunger. Time passes and slowly Kevin passes away being in this place. There was news in the world today that Benefactor had offered Kevin to be a shifter. And Kevin had refused him. And Kevin refused to let her go. Kevin was trying to find a shifter here who would take her to his wife. But he never succeeded in his attempt. Gouts had a friend named Gabriel for whom Kevin wrote a Bible here which was forbidden to write here. Kevin now goes to a person who has such technology through which he can see the real world. Kevin wanted to see his wife here. After the coffee try, she wants to see him. He says to this man, "I want to go back to my wife. Tell me her location." But that man says, "I can't do that. I only have this much that I show you your wife." Kevin comes out of here. Outside, many people were protesting. Kevin and his friend Gabriel P. stands among them. The police was standing in front of them. Suddenly, one of the protesters ran away and disappeared. As soon as he ran away, the police started shooting at people. Kevin and Gabriel hide in a building, and here Kevin tells Gabriel that he was able to escape because he was a shifter. "I just need a shifter too." And in this anger, Gabriel replies, "Just give up your attempt. You will not get a shifter, and nor will you be able to get out of here." Kevin now goes to a shopping mall to shop for himself where he sees a child. This year-old child was missing in front of Kevin's eyes, and the next year-old child had returned. Seeing this child, Kevin remembers his son who had also disappeared in a shopping mall. Kevin was even more saddened by this. In this mall, Kevin meets a man named Nadia. That man calls Kevin by his real name and says, "I know you are hungry. If you want, you can come to my house and eat." Nadir was a man who had a family. his wife, 2 daughters. Kevin goes to his house with them. Nadir knew that Kevin still remembers the Bible and many things of the other world that these people have forgotten. He wanted Kevin to teach his daughters everything he remembers. In return, he will let him stay in his house and give him food and shelter. Before Kevin gets excited, the alarm starts ringing. People quickly turn on the TV and see that Benefactor, who had not returned to this world for many years, was about to return tomorrow. Knowing this, Kevin's hope was awakened again to go into his world. Kevin quickly comes to the man who had the technology to know the location of people. He considers it as the location of Moni. But this man tells Kevin that you won't be able to know the location of Moni until you have that special kind of shifter bracelet. Now the shifter bracelet was with the safe Benefactor, and if Kevin wanted to get it, he had to kill the Benefactor, for which he takes a gun from Gabriel, although he knows that it is illegal to keep a gun in the world. In the morning, the Benefactor had also come to this world. The police were very scared. People wanted to meet the Benefactor because they considered him their god. But not Kevin. To shoot Kevin, he somehow reaches his restaurant while trying to escape from the police. Before Kevin shoots him, the Benefactor sees a gun in his hand and disappears from here. Now the police also knew that Kevin had gone to attack the Benefactor. So he shoots Kevin from the restaurant's door. Kevin hides on a side. He started to understand that he will never meet his wife. And with this thought, he started crying. Then the Benefactor comes in front of him and says, "How many years ago did I offer you to be a shifter? You didn't listen to me. That's why you are regretting today. If you had listened to me, you wouldn't be crying here today. Either you would have been at your home today, or you would have become their Messiah." Kevin says, "I don't want to be someone's Messiah. I just want to go to my house, to my wife, to Moni." After that, he cuts and asks Benefactor, "Where did you get the gun from? Gabriel is Indian, right?" As soon as he says this, he also teleports Gabriel here with his shifter machine. After hearing Gabriel from here, Benefactor says to Kevin, "What did you think? I don't know anything about what's going to happen next. I know about the Bible pages you write." As soon as he said that, as soon as he left, the police who were standing outside, they also started shooting at him. A bullet hits him, which kills him. That Kevin hides behind the sofa and saves his life. During this rescue, Kevin finds Gabriel's hand holding a shifter bracelet. That means his friend hid such a big truth from him that he was a shifter. But now Kevin could find out the location of the pearl through this device and go there. After wearing this device taken from Gabriel's hand, Kevin finds some codes, and from here, he teleports to another world. This wasn't the given world. He had recognized it. He enters the court again and he teleports to another world. This time he fell into the water. And this is the same scene that we have seen at the start of the movie. This isn't his world. He knows it, but he will reach his world by searching for his wife. He has this hope. He enters the court again and he teleports to another world. This world wasn't less than a mental hospital. And here was Dr. Gabriel. He finds many variants of Gabriel here who were completely after him. He goes to the other side of the room while protecting him from them. He sees a girl crying here. This girl, he might have seen her somewhere. She tells him that because of you my life has become like a madhouse here. Remember? You only told Benefactor to make me disappear. He teleported me here and sent me here. And now I am here. He apologizes to Tina for his cake. And he was talking about Gabriel's variants coming here and start shooting him. Before Kevin dies, he enters some code on his device and teleports to another world. In this world, Kevin was seeing his own variant. Let's say his look-alike. In anger, he asks Kevin, "Who are you and how did you come here?" Kevin didn't understand anything. He apologized to him. And in the meantime, the other man sees the device in Kevin's hand. He tells Kevin, "Where did you get this device? Give it to me in return. You can have whatever you want from me." But Kevin refuses to give the device to him because he has to go to his wife in his world at any cost. Before the other man could shoot Kevin, Kevin again enters some code on the device and reaches the same world where the Benefactor was. This time he falls at Nadir's house. He sees that Nadir is injured by the police bullets, because the police thought that Nadir had hidden Kevin. Meanwhile, Nadir also leaves here, giving hope to his wife that one day he will get out of here. Kevin now goes to the man without wasting time. The man's monitor Kevin had with him, with the help of this device, he could tell him the location of his wife. While that man was looking for the location of Moli to help Kevin, the police also came here to track Kevin. They were just going to arrest Kevin, but before that, Kevin's friend Kevin was told the code of Moli's location. Before arresting the police by entering this code, Kevin had reached Moli, who was in the mall at that time and was also surprised to see Kevin here after so many years. She was surprised and angry at the same time. She says to Kevin, "Do you remember? You left me alone." Kevin says, "No, I never left you." He shows her his wedding ring in his hand and says, "No matter how far I was from you, I was in your memory. I kept trying to come to you, Moli. Believe me." But this time Moli tells him, "Go back to where you came from because I have married a friend now." Kevin, after hearing this, broke down. He says to Moli, "No, please Moli, don't do this. I will die without you." Moli, seeing his condition, says, "Okay, fine if you want to live with me. Then I have a shirt, our lost child. You find him and bring him to me. I will also leave everything. We will start living our lives again." Moli had left from here and Kevin was broken, so Zoran sees that Benefactor, teleports him from here again and takes him to his world. The Benefactor was very angry and he said to Kevin, "What did you think? You will leave this world so easily and I will not do anything to you. You will pay for all the bad things you have done to me." Kevin was silent as if he didn't care what happened to him. Benefactor says, "You have two options. One is that I send you back to your wife in your old life. And second, I should send the girl to her old life." Benefactor was not testing him, because at this time everyone was selfish. Benefactor knew that Kevin will decide to go back to his old life. But surprisingly, he decides to send his wife to his old life. Believing Kevin, Benefactor sends Tina back to her family. They see that she was very happy after going back to her home. But Benefactor went crazy with anger, because Kevin used to do the opposite of every man's thoughts. And now he shoots Kevin in anger. Kevin's eyes opened in a new world. He was standing near a bar. He goes inside the bar where he sees his wife Moli's daughter. Kevin gets a chance. He goes to Moli and asks her if she is sad. What happened? Kevin's face says, "Moli has shifted for 18 hours. I have to go home now. I am tired." They were saying that Moli got a call from her daughter. Kevin gets to know that Moli is married. He cuts the call and asks Moli if she is married. Moli says, "Yes, but I don't live with my husband." Hearing this, there is no place for happiness. He befriends Moli and then invites him for tea. After a while, they get married. Kevin and Moli live a happy life again. At the end of the story, Kevin says, "I know this is not my world, but I will adjust to this world. Because in this world, my wife Moli is with me again."